Hi. Uh, in the previous part, we had discussed the life process, part 1, that is the nutrition in the living organism. We had discussed. In this part, let me discuss about the respiration. Respiration is the process of acquiring oxygen from outside the body and to use it in the process of breakdown of food sources for cellular need. There are two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration takes place in presence of oxygen and it occurs in almost all living organisms. Anaerobic respiration takes place in absence of oxygen. For example, fermentation in yeast or anaerobic respiration in the muscles of the human being. Aerobic respiration, what exactly happens? Inside the cell, glucose react with the one molecule of glucose react with the 6 molecule of the oxygen and gives out the 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water, plus energy is released, and this energy is utilized by the cell for various processes or activities. Now let me understand what happened or how the glucose breakdown. Glucose breakdown by various pathways in different organism or in the same organism in the different parts. First, glucose, which is a 6 carbon molecule, breaks down into the 2 molecules of pyruvate plus energy is released. Pyruvate is a 3 carbon molecule. This process takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. This pyruvate, that is a 3 carbon molecule, depending upon the presence or absence of the oxygen, it has the 3 pathways. In absence of oxygen in the yeast, pyruvate is converted into ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. This is also called anaerobic respiration because it takes place in absence of oxygen. In the human being, almost all the parts of the human being, this pyruvate will be broken down into carbon dioxide, water plus energy, and this process takes place in presence of oxygen. It is called aerobic respiration and it occurs in the mitochondria, and it is the same process for the almost all organism where the aerobic respiration takes place. But in the human muscle cells, in lack of oxygen, instead of we can see the lack of oxygen when there is a shortage of supply of oxygen, particularly when we do lot of strenuous physical work. Oxygen supply for the muscles will be the insufficient, but the demand for energy increase, and as the oxygen supply is not sufficient, muscles will switch to the anaerobic mode of respiration, and in the muscle cell this pyruvate is converted into lactic acid plus energy. Because of the accumulation of the lactic acid, we get the muscle cramps. When we take the hot water massage or when we take rest for 2 or 3 days, we feel little better. Why it is like that? Because when we are taking rest, because of the slowly the oxygen supply is restored to the muscle cell, is all lactic acid converted to the carbon dioxide, water and energy, and that is how the pain will release. Or when we are taking the hot water massage or taking the bath with the hot water, we get little relief. Why? Because the blood circulation to the muscle cell increases and the oxygen supply as increases, this lactic acid converted to the carbon dioxide, water plus energy. Now as we are seeing here, The conversion of glucose to pyruvate takes place in the cytoplasm, and this anaerobic respiration both in the yeast as well as in the muscle cell takes place in the cytoplasm. Aerobic respiration, that is glucose to pyruvate, pyruvate to the mitochondria, it takes place in the two places, that is glucose to pyruvate in cytoplasm and pyruvate to carbon dioxide and water, it takes place in mitochondria. Now the energy produced in this is produced in the form of ATP. ATP is the energy currency of the cells. Let us see the difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration takes place in presence of oxygen, while anaerobic respiration does not require oxygen. Aerobic respiration always releases carbon dioxide, but during the anaerobic respiration, carbon dioxide may or may not be released. Aerobic respiration provides much more amount of the energy. It is 38 ATP molecules, while during the anaerobic respiration, very less energy is produced, just 2 ATP molecules. Aerobic respiration occurs both in cytoplasm and in mitochondria, but anaerobic respiration takes place in the cytoplasm. Okay, and certain tissues and cells of higher animal but in that also cells and tissues, it is in the cytoplasm only. Aerobic respiration example in most plants and animals. Anaerobic respiration example, bacteria, yeast, muscles, cells of the human being, parasitic worms, etc. And even germinating seeds also anaerobic respiration takes place. Let me understand the breathing process in the human being. Breathing is the taking in the oxygen rich air and exhaling the carbon dioxide rich air. The air enters the human body through the nostril. From the nostril, the air enters the nasal passage. In the nasal passage, there are mucus is there and fine hairs are there. This both mucus and the hair filter the air. It removes the dust particle and the microbes which are entering in our body through the air. That will get filtered by these hairs and the mucus. One more function, the mucus, it will add the water vapors into the air that is passing, and that's why the air become moisture. So that our lungs, if the dry air enters our lungs, it get affected. So humidity in the air is increased by the mucus. The air from this nasal passage, that is a nostril, this one, it will enter to the pharynx. Pharynx is the common passage for both food and the air. And from the pharynx, it goes to the larynx. The air passes to the larynx. It is also called the voice box. And then from the larynx, it goes to the trachea or the windpipe. Windpipe has the one special structure. It is having the C-shaped cartilage rings. These cartilage rings are very essential. It will not allow compression of the windpipe. Okay. And thus the air passage will not get blocked. Trachea near the lungs is divided into the two branches called the bronchi. And this bronchi again, each bronchi goes to the, one bronchi goes to right lung, one bronchi goes to the left lung. And then each bronchi is divided into the more and more branches called the bronchioles. At the end of the bronchioles, there is a small sac-like structures are there, and these are called the alveoli. You can see this left side picture. Yes, these are the alveoli. Each lungs have millions of alveoli. Alveoli is very thin and it is like a small balloon like or grape like structure. It increases the surface area for the exchange of gases. Around the alveoli there is a extensive network of capillaries are there, and these capillaries are again having the thin wall. Alveoli also have the very thin wall, single membrane wall. So exchange of the gases between the alveoli, that is a part of the lung, and the blood takes place very easily by the process of diffusion. Next, how the inhalation and exhalation happen. Lungs are inside the rib cage, and there is a diaphragm is the membrane like structure. It is a membrane which is separating the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. When we are exhaling, the lungs goes downward, rib cage goes downward and inward, and this diaphragm will relax, so it will become dome shape. So it will be the compressing effect on the lungs, and the air from the lungs will be pushed outside. When we are inhaling, this diaphragm will contract. When diaphragm contract, it will become the flat, and then rib cage will come outward and upward. So in the thoracic cavity, the space will increase. The lungs can expand in that situation, and air gushes inside the lungs. So this is how the inhalation and exhalation process takes place. Let me see briefly the difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing is intake of fresh air and removal of foul. Instead of foul, we can see the carbon dioxide rich air. Respiration is the process where the oxidation of food to form carbon dioxide, water and energy. Breathing is physical process, while respiration is a biochemical process. During breathing, no energy is released. Actually, the energy is utilized for breathing, while during the respiration, energy is released in the form of ATP molecule. Breathing is extracellular process, while respiration is intracellular process. During the breathing, no enzymes are involved, while during the respiration, large number of enzymes are involved. Breathing is confined to respiratory organs only, while the respiration occurs in all the cells of the body, especially all the living cells, not in the dead cell, all the living cells of the body. Let me see now breathing organs of different animals. Other than the human being, what are the breathing organs of different animals? So in the case of the aquatic organism, it is the gills. Aquatic organism like fish, prawn, crab, they have the gills. And then there are the small worms and the earthworms, particularly their body wall, the moist body wall, it is the breathing organ for them. In the case of the insect, their body have the small holes called as spiracles. And through the spiracle, there is a fine network of the pipelines is there called the tracheas. And through this trachea, oxygen is supplied to whole body. And through this trachea, only carbon dioxide is taken to the spiracle and thrown outside the body. Mammals have the lungs. And as we discussed in the human being, the mammals have the lungs for the exchange of the gases.